You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
WNT9 Talk Radio, we back, man.
Yeah, yeah.
The Love and Unity Show. King Henry and my brother, my cousin Daryl, Divine Finley.
What's up? What's up, family? How y'all doing out there?
It's been a minute. I don't know why. Well, I know why. We need an engineer, man, because I'm not an engineer. Daryl is doing his thing, man. And if you an engineer out there, man, and want to give us a hand at the Love and Unity Show, give us a call at 908-404-0463.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We trying to build a good team. But we're gonna do what we do anyway. Daryl does a great job, and that's why we got him here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, I'm glad to be here, my brother. I'm glad to be here.
yeah, man. Listen,
Special
man.
shout out on Martin Luther King birthday celebration weekend. I got my Natural Museum of African American Culture and History sweatshirt on just to represent that. Obviously, we got a new president coming into this thing in inauguration.
Man, give it up. You gotta give it up.
Whatever, man. But anyway,
Give it up for Trump. Give it up for
anyway,
Trump,
yo,
man.
do something good in commemoration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, teach a young child, let somebody hear his speeches. You know, he was an eloquent speaker. So do something in regards and honor that brother and his mission on the planet.
Oh yeah, that's super facts, man. In alignment with those things, man. Today's guest, we have a goddess that's definitely someone who is into the healing process of all those that are on the planet Earth, man. So she I'm gonna let her speak for herself, man. But let's just bring her in today. We got on the line with us. Oh, wait a minute. Audio, y'all. Audio.
Yes.
You gonna see her in the flesh. You know what I'm saying?
She's with us.
Today's guest, the Empress Gaia Royal.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Glad that you accepted the invite. I am very known for scouting online and seeing who's doing what. We don't bring weak-minded and weak-spirited people on the podcast. We here for upliftment. You know what I'm saying? And so we definitely when we came across your your work, had to tap in and say, let's share this with some of the people, man. Some of our followers, man, and people that check our platform out. Loving what you're doing, but for those who don't know what you're doing, let us know, let everybody know exactly what it is that I'm talking about, that I'm so excited about, and give us a little, background on, your beginnings, your inspirations.
Okay, so I'm Empress Gaia Royal. I started back in 2020. Um, I started off as an herbalist before I started creating crystal jewelry, and I added that later on my journey, which was like, what was that when COVID hit? Was it like 2022 or something like that? Whenever COVID hit, I don't know. I've always wore crystal jewelry and I loved it so much, but I always wanted to do my own since I already do holistic healing as well. So I wanted to incorporate that healing aspect along with the herbs and the other information that I put out. And things I associate with like agriculture and farming and all the stuff that basically is essential to one's being and to be resourceful with yourself and your life and help yourself. So I started off with herbs. That's really what I started doing. And I really did it because a lot of my family members were sick. And I don't know, I had like an awakening to where I just didn't trust the medical field. I didn't trust certain things they would say. It didn't add up with how certain people would react after medication, how there's all these side effects and internal damage that could literally happen to your body when you're taking these medications. So it was always in me like why they say that they're here to help people, but then at the
Hmm.
same time when they're prescribing these medications, people are staying on these medications until they die sometimes.
Right.
Not all the time. Some people might be strong minded or they have somebody in their corner that will stray them to God put everything for us already here. Everything that's chemically man made is clearly it's not natural for your body. So when you put these things in your body doesn't know how to act. It starts reacting crazy because the signals in your body are going off like this is foreign to my body. But the doctors teach you this European mindset, and if you really study the history, they're teaching you from a male aspect of how to even treat a woman in the hospital. So there's a lot of things that I started diving into when it comes to the healing and spiritual journey of self, really. Because it's all about us. And in order for us to do something for the community or even for others and besides ourselves, because the world is bigger than us, we're just in it. We're all a part of this puzzle that makes it whole and keeps it going. So that's a little background. I don't know if y'all want to ask me more questions, but this is why I did get
Oh yeah.
into healing is because my family members and I just wanted to help. I wanted to help people see the other side of reality than what you're just taught and given and you don't look outside for other information.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that,
So,
sister, because I had a conversation with the medical team, with my medical team, um,
yeah.
and I wanted to introduce some more natural elements to my medicational regimen. And their excuse as to why I couldn't use it was because the FDA hasn't approved it and they don't know the effects of it with other medication. And
Wow.
it didn't make any sense to me because I'm talking about simple things like magnesium. I mean, what if it's magnesium, if it's a natural way to get it, that's obviously better than any supplement that I could take to get it. So I'm glad you brought
Yeah.
and you mentioned that you had a sick relative and that's how you got into healing.
Yes. It was my grandfather, he actually had diabetes. And
Okay.
he had it for a few years, but this was my younger years. I was growing into adulthood. And I didn't understand it when I was young, but I just seen a lot of pain and hurt. I've dealt with people that were sick. I've actually took care of my father-in-law that passed away. He used to be my father-in-law, but he had cirrhosis to the liver, and I literally was there for him like I was his nurse. And just watching him and seeing how he suffered and how they like basically told him he needs to be taking these medications, but at the same time he was on his deathbed. So why should he take these medications when it's only going to help him die quicker? And I just couldn't understand it at that moment. This is before I actually gained knowledge and studied and did my own studies for myself and look at other articles and different doctors around the world. And then I came across Dr. Savy. When
Mm.
I came across Dr. Savy, he just inspired me in a whole nother way because I was like, I knew there's another way. There has to be another way. There's no way that God just created these chemicals and then we're going to say, this is what you should take. And we knowing the side effects it has to your internal being.
Right.
And once you have these certain side effects, now you got to repair them things. So with certain medications, they'll mess up your liver. When you do chemotherapy, you're literally killing your regular cells that helps your immune system. There's so many things that could be done outside of the hospital that people don't put the effort to because they want something quick. They want a quick fix. And you got to put in the work in order to get results. And a lot of people don't like putting in the work. So it's a process. You gotta do what you didn't know was possible at one point because of what you were taught. And it's not your fault sometimes. Sometimes it is. Once you gain knowledge and you continue to do what you're doing at and really in my eyes, I don't feel no one should complain on that aspect if you're continue living that lifestyle and you know the knowledge. Now if you don't know the knowledge, it's okay. It's not your fault. Sometimes we're grown and taught different things than what it's supposed to be, the righteous way and the natural way. Even with like childbirth and all that laying on your back at the hospital, that's not normal. You're not supposed to be laying on your back. It defies gravity. There's so much things when it comes to healing. I literally could talk about so many things. And like with asthma, all them things is unnatural. You have it in your body. Everyone has cancer. All that stuff is dormant in your body. It's in your DNA. Now, the only way we activate that, because this is the balance of life. You got the yin and the yang. When we go off balance, and when I say off balance, I'm talking about the foods we eat, the environments we are in, the our mindset. All that has to do with your health. All that affects you is not just one thing, and then you're just saved. No, you got a lot of stuff to do in order to be in tune and aligned with yourself. Everybody's different. Everyone's body is different. You basically got to go based on yourself and your own body, and
Yeah.
people got to pay more attention to their bodies in order to see, okay, I'm feeling this way. I might need something in this area. And then sometimes there's symptoms though that you're not gonna feel. So that's why it's just best to try to do the best you can within yourself and your life and your journey to take care of yourself. And like I said, it takes work. It's gonna take work.
Yeah. I,
But
I had to learn, the art of translation. So when your body is, for instance, like when your body's talking to you, to your point, you may feel like you want something sweet, but the way that life is for most people, they go and actually grab a cake or something like that. But your body is telling you it needs some fruit. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Just an apple, man. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
but we're not going to grab apples or fruit because it's not at the corner store anymore. You know, there was the time where you can go to a market, locally, just walk outside and fresh, fruits and vegetables are being sold. Now you got to actually go on a journey to get it. And even when you
Hmm.
get to the supermarket, it's a lot of fake food in the supermarket now. So now it's kind of it's a really a super challenge to get super food. You know what I'm saying? But to your point, yeah, your body talks to you, and you got to learn how to interpret what it's actually saying to you. You know, as far as the medication and all of that, I had to learn the natural. You know, I hate to say alternatives because it's not an alternative.
Right.
They come up with all of these, toxic, uh, uh, um, you know, ingredients and put all this stuff in this things and tell us to take this and, you know, we have a sickness beyond the sickness that we're dealing with. And it's mental. It's a mental illness. It's a
Hmm.
laziness within us that we want the quick fix, like you said. We want to be able to microwave, our health. You know what I'm saying? And that's very very dangerous to trust in a system that's telling you straight up what this is and what it if this product got 50 different things in it and it's going to do 50 different things to you, possibly, in long term, these are things that we should not trust. I guarantee you, I once wasn't a believer in this, but I guarantee you for every medication that you can get through a prescription, they themselves have came across and studied something natural, and just decided
Yeah.
to make a business out of it, and not go holistic like you said. And so, my question to you, regarding do you do you still you said you started off being an herbalist. Are you still into
Mhm.
herbs?
I am just certain things in my spiritual journey I had to take a little leeway back on it because of my personal journey, and things I was going through. I had to heal certain areas, and I didn't feel like I can fully give myself to people at that moment. But
Mm,
that's something that I'm bringing back because I did so many good things when it came with the herbs and helping people, and just hearing their stories was it did something to me. I love that. I love to help people, and just knowing that like I tell them, it's not even me helping you really. All I'm doing is putting it together. You're doing the work because I'm not there living with you. I'm not there telling you, hey, take this, take that. You
right,
got to physically do that yourself.
right.
But yes, I definitely still, right now, I'm doing the CMOS. I'm incorporating back all the herbs I had, which was like soursop leaves, burdock,
Hmm.
bladderwrack, yellow dog, all the strong herbs that are great for iron because our body needs iron. That's really what we lack. We lack iron because we're not getting the proper iron, we're not getting the proper oxygen to our blood. And then our brain's not functioning, and there's a chemical imbalance. You won't think properly. And it's not even
Right,
trying to be funny, it's just scientific facts.
right.
So that's something, yes, I'm definitely working on incorporating back my herbs for sure. Um, but right now I have the CMOS gels going. I do have certain teas going. It's just a lot I still have to go do for that because of the journey I was in. And honestly, I recently got out of a relationship, a marriage that,
Ah,
kind of ended not the way I would want. So
right.
I'm rebuilding my path and going to where I'm supposed to be when it comes to my spiritual mission and what I'm supposed to do for the people. Because I really take what I do very seriously, and I'm very passionate about what I do. I really love helping people. So when I do that, I have to give a lot of myself, and I have to make sure that I'm balancing being a mother because I have 3 children, and making sure I have time for myself because a lot of times they do so much, and they're doing so much for others. They're doing so much for their children, but people don't take in consideration. You have to make time for yourself because that is very important to the mind. And even if you're on a healing journey, like if you have a disease or whatever it is, anxiety, if you have so much on your mind, you have to make time for yourself.
Right.
You have to. You have to clear your mind. You
Absolutely.
have to allow these brain waves to have positive thoughts. Or and if not, you need to allow yourself to be surrounded by positive people, because we all go through things sometimes. There's going to always be an incident sometimes where we might feel down a little at that time, but we got to learn how to handle them situations and move forward from that. So right now, that's where I'm at in my journey is I'm helping people right now with crystal jewelry. I'm incorporating CMOS, and I'm getting back on the herbs real soon. And like I said, I am working on getting my certification for being a doula, so natural labor for the women. I'm excited on that, and that's also gonna. I'm also gonna incorporate my herbs for that for sure because I take it back to the old school ways. I want you to have your placenta in the little basket.
Right.
Let the placenta fall off on its own. Don't cut it off.
Right.
That's the route I'm going. I want to be able to allow the woman to feel what it is to have a natural birth than what we were taught.
Hmm.
And I just feel like that's the most fulfilling feeling as a mother to have that. So I really want to do that. I'm
And
excited to do that
That's
actually.
powerful. That's
I would
powerful.
Yeah.
add real quick that that's also an awesome feeling for a father. I performed birth ceremonies, and there's nothing like it on the planet. There's, you know, if a father could participate
Hmm.
in such ritual, you know, our view and our connection to humanity would be different, man. You know, because
Yes,
it's
that.
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
so I applaud what you're doing, and you know, knowing when to, you know, put things on pause a little bit, and you know, recognize that you have to build yourself up. You know, without you, there is no you
Yeah.
know, um, energy behind trying to help somebody else. So I applaud you on that.
Absolutely. I also want to thank, just to follow up on what King Henry was saying, I want to thank you for your transparency because and your power and understanding yourself and what you needed to do because there's someone out there in your situation or in your past situation that you can probably help. So I appreciate you and applaud you for that.
Mhm.
And it was interesting the conversation we were previously having. You know, big pharma is a $1.6 trillion industry. So that plays a lot into the whole I want to get well now mindset that we have. Because every time you turn around, if you got an
Mhm.
illness, if you got this, you know, there's a pill for everything. And big pharma has capitalized on that mentality to a point of
Yep.
$1.6 trillion. That's bigger than most countries' budget. Most countries' gross domestic budget is. So that tells a lot about the story of how we're moving closer to death as a society here in America. You mentioned earlier in the pre-production stuff, your real name was Empress. Is that did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Oh
Let me
wow.
elaborate more on that.
Okay.
I had a legal name change. I
Okay.
took my power back. I wanted to call myself who I am and what I feel I'm walking in my essence. I
Okay.
wanted to incorporate the word Gaia as well to incorporate nature because I feel like I move in the vibration of nature. And I just want anything surrounding me or involved with me to, how you say it, to project that because
Gotcha.
that is who I
Okay.
am. I am a child of nature.
Fair enough.
And
I appreciate that. Yep. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, and no, you're good. And to talk about the big pharma thing, with the doctors as well, some of these doctors are they have to make certain prescriptions. If they don't make a certain quota, they'll fire them or take their license away.
Right.
So you basically got to sell your soul.
Hmm.
I don't want to say it like that
That's what it
because
is.
if you don't make a certain
Absolutely. One other
percent,
thing,
yeah, and you're not allowed to really sell your.
we're kind of
Is
having
it
some
is it
trouble
hearing
with your
slowly?
audio. Yeah, it's coming through. But let me ask you another question. I read in your profile that you mine your own crystals and stuff like that. So tell me about that
Yes,
process.
I
What does
got
that
something to
actually
show
mean?
y'all.
Cool, cool.
Wow. Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
literally, I literally get it from the earth. Literally
Okay,
go dig it up myself. So
Mm.
I haven't got all crystals myself because you know they're all around the world. I would have to do so much traveling for that. But it's
Right.
exciting. I know a lot of mining places that you can go. Some of them are public, some of them are not. Of course, there is a fee for that. I actually want to do a group outing to where I can get a few people that want to go and we can just all go mining. There's mines in Arkansas for the clear quartz. If you're looking for the best clear quartz, Arkansas, I can show you. I got a few pieces here. That's crazy. That I actually mined myself from Arkansas. Hold on, let me
I
see these
thought that was
pieces.
so fantastic when I saw it. I said I can't wait to ask her about
Wow.
that process.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look
That's
at that.
beautiful.
What's that?
This is clear quartz. I'm trying to see if it shows like a better. It's like a pointed one, and these are actually hard to find when you're mining. So I have like different like these are going to be your hardest ones to find. The ones that are super clear and they got the points.
Right.
But you can find them. You can find them. We went to Arkansas. There's a few mines in Arkansas. There is a public mine. I forgot the name of that one, and you can go for free. You just got to hike the trail and you just start digging wherever you want. But Arkansas is definitely one. There's some in Georgia for amethyst, New York for Herkimer diamonds, some too. There's mines all over the place, but I
Now,
went to Arkansas. Go ahead.
now, you held up the clear quartz. What is that for? For those who don't know.
Okay, so we don't know the full healing and electrical uses quartz has. It's not just for people's physical healing. Crystal's been used for the longest time. It's been used since ancient times. They used it in Kemet. They use it all over the world for watches, electricity, and people use it now for spiritual healing as well. They've been using it back then too. And you can do Reiki healing, where you place it on your body. You're in like in a meditative state. This can be whenever you're doing like detoxing. This is the best time to do it. Incorporate this with your spiritual journey and regimen of healing, because there is scientific properties of each crystal that has certain frequencies that it gives off. And in order for it to give off, you either have it on you, you could squeeze a crystal. That's called piezoelectric energy, which it gives off once you squeeze a crystal. So it's a lot of healing when you dive deep into the elements of crystals. Sometimes people think they're just rocks, they look cute, but it's more to that. And crystals have a color, so crystals give out frequency. Each color has a place where you should put it on the body. Now, you can put a crystal anywhere on your body because it's made for your body. It will heal different aspects of your body, and some crystals have multiple uses.
Right.
Um, the clear quartz, for one, is great for mental healing, manifestation, clear headed mind, clear space, just bringing in abundant, whatever you want to bring into your life. You make yourself one with the crystal, whether it be you wearing jewelry, whether it be you carrying it in your pocket, purse, wallet in your car, crystals in the car. I like to have crystals on my desk, and I feel very at ease when I'm around the crystals. Not saying that you have to have it because your body's a crystal. Um,
Right.
and our like Okay, so talking about the bodies of crystals. So our pineal gland is actually calcite crystal. We have crystals in our body. So our pineal gland is actually filled with calcite. So you tuning yourself in with a calcite and just doing your meditation and your healing journey will empower you more and bring you more insight and intuition just by having that connection with a calcite, because we literally have that inside of our body.
Right.
So like I said, there's crystals for your heart. There's crystals to help you open up your heart. There's crystals to help you for clarity. There's crystals that help you with menstrual cycle for women. There's crystals that help you for yoni cleansing. Women that need to cleanse their yoni because sometimes we have to do that as women. Unfortunately, things go inside us, and we have to make sure we cleanse out any impurifications in order to be a great mother and have labor properly. And
Right.
even just be with our significant other. We want to make sure we're clean and, we take care of ourselves and really for ourselves, because our body is important and it could create a lot of imbalances like endometriosis, tumors in the ovaries. It can create a lot of stuff. So crystals are also used for that too. Um, you can put crystals in your water if you're trying to charge your water, whether it be charge it with positivity. You can use clear quartz. You can use rose quartz. You don't want to use every crystal because some crystals have chemicals that will fall off in your water. So
Yep.
you got to be mindful. I can't tell you everything, so I will say study your crystals. And if you have one crystal, study that one so good until you get your next crystal. Don't drive yourself crazy trying to figure it all out at once. There is so many crystals. You're not going to figure it all out at once. There's too many. What I suggest, if someone's learning when it comes to crystals, look at the color pattern of crystals and then you'll be directed better that way. Because like the red is good for root chakra, the yellows are good for solar plexus. Even the brown and the blacks, good for grounding. Um, the clearer colors are great for the mental elevation, clearing your mind. Amethyst, great for anxiety. They have so much different uses, and like I said, even like the clear quartz I was telling you, they use it in cloths and all that. Well, even pyrite. Pyrite's known as a fire starter. Pyrite was actually used in radios before they banned it. And you know it's all about business. So they banned the pyrite from being used in radios. I don't know if they're still using clear quartz because I know they were in radios, but I know they banned the use of pyrite. And pyrite is good for so many things like EMF protection, fire starting. It starts fires. If you're out in the woods and you're trying to start a fire, you hit two pyrites together and you can start fire. It will give out sparks. And you can even rub two crystal clear quartz together and you'll see the light. Clear quartz. You can do this yourself. If you have two clear quartz at home, I suggest y'all go do it. Turn off the light, go in the restroom, rub them together. Whatever you got to do, you're going to see the light come out of these crystals. So science speaks for itself. I don't have to really say too much. But once you learn it and you study and dive deeper, you're going to know why I decided to create crystal jewelry from my people, especially when I started off doing holistic herbs. So this is just another healing aspect to my mission and my journey that I'm doing. And it also makes people feel good. I make different jewelry. I make crowns. I don't have one to show you at the moment because those I do per order because it takes a lot of work. Um, I will show you if you don't mind. I'm gonna show you like a little of my wrapping so I can show you like that. I hope it shows good, but you see the design. Let me see. It's not too clear.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
But you can't see it too clear. It's not focused right. But there's
That's
like the
good.
weaving.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not showing properly.
Yeah,
But
we can see it. That's
the
good.
weaving on this weaving actually takes longer than, the top part. You see how I just simply wrapped it like that? This
Right.
is a pendant, by the way. This is a pendant. It's good for the root chakra and solar plexus.
Hmm.
So this is great for grounding.
Tell them where they can go
So with
view because I've looked at a lot of your jewelry online. Give them the
yes,
websites and Facebook where they could go view those at because I saw a lot of your reels on Facebook that have excellent jewelry on them and the photos are great.
thank you. Okay, I did mention coming out of a relationship, a marriage, to where it kind of hindered me and put me a step backwards because the person I was dealing with, basically they kept all my stuff when it comes to my spiritual business. So I'm having to rebuild. So I have to recreate a website. So I don't have that, but you can always look me up on Facebook, and it is Empress Gaia Royal. Except Facebook takes off one S off Empress. I don't know why they didn't allow me to put the full thing. So it is the same, except it has one S in Empress. And so GAIAS, and then the word heart underscore 8. And that's my Instagram. And that on Instagram, I like it better because all you got to do is go on there and you can see like all the old stuff I do, the new stuff. It's just all there without seeing posts. You know what I'm saying? Without writing and all that. It's
Right.
better to go to Instagram. You'll find more of what you looking for if you're trying to get straight to the point.
Now,
So
is there anything that any advice that you can give people who may want to, they may have some health issues and they may be considering, going holistic and relative to your jewelry. Um, is there anything you can tell the listeners and the viewers that could inspire them to actually understand the benefits of, the jewelry and holistic?
now I will say that I totally forgot to mention my children were also my motivation
Mm,
because as a mother, I didn't grew up eating the way I eat. I grew up eating tacos and burgers and all that, all that junk we're not supposed to be eating. I grew up eating all that.
right.
So I don't ever act like I'm just this. oh, so I ain't never did nothing. No, we all live and we all learn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what I would tell the people is take your time, do it when you feel you're ready to make that change. And you got to really be ready. You got to set in your mind, okay, I am tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of waking up with mucus. Whatever it is that you feel in your body or in your spirit and soul, because like I said, it is mental too. It's not just food. It's mental, it's being active. It's all them things we got to incorporate.
Right.
So if somebody is trying to start their spiritual journey and healing journey when it comes to healing self, I would say take it a day at a time. Don't rush nothing. If you feel like you want to go ahead and get rid of all the stuff at your house, do it. Because I know I did it, but I'm myself.
Yeah.
So do that, and you can go ahead and start looking things up. It's not gonna be easy because when I started looking up all ingredients when I was at the store. I was looking up all kinds of stuff. I was in the store maybe like 2-3 hours just to look up a few things. It's crazy, but so, like I say, take it slowly. Don't overwhelm yourself. Yes, you're gonna find out so much stuff that you probably didn't know. You're gonna be fine. Just detox, because when you find out some of these ingredients in the food, it's gonna scare you,
Yeah.
literally.
Oh yeah.
But you're fine. Clearly, you're surviving. You're alive. Just detox. You be all right. just you gotta really have that mental that okay, I'm ready to heal. That's what I would tell people. You got to be ready, and when you're ready, search out them people that are there to help you, and don't shut them out too quickly. Listen to them, because sometimes people are not there to judge you. They are there to inform you based off the knowledge they have learned and gained in order to help you on that journey too quickly, because it's some. I
Right.
know in my
Uh.
perspective, to me, telling somebody something out of love is deeper than what they think. Because to me, it's a spiritual thing. I feel like effect. That oh, I just tried this. You should try it too, and that creates the ripple effect.
Mm,
So that's the advice I give people. Don't be overwhelmed. Be open minded and be ready.
mm. Yeah. Can't can't get no better than that. That's on point.
Absolutely. That's great advice.
Yeah. It took me quite a while to not just research, but to actually get the nerve to even want to become my own doctor, and that's the decision you have to make. You know, I think that's a big factor where people depend on doctors outside of themselves. You know, remember grandma and great grandma and mama used to,
Hmm.
whip it up for us. You know what I'm saying? But there was an era that it was just all about Robitussin, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But prior to that,
NyQuil.
yeah, you know what I mean? Put the babies to sleep, man. But I know that this journey has is. I wouldn't even be here now if it wasn't for me taking that step, into a different light. And many people are so judgmental of it, and I've had somebody tell me that it was voodoo, and I'm like, but you smoke weed, so
I've been called many things. It's
yeah,
all right. It's all right.
yeah, Well, I'm like, well, all praise due to voodoo if this is what it because it's helping me. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I thank you so much for sharing everything that you've shared with us and the viewers today. I encourage you to continue your journey, loving what you do. I think here we this is the Love and Unity podcast. So when we come across someone who's actually you know doing the work, and you said it first. When we first started the conversation that you had to pause on a lot of things, helping other people and get within yourself and build yourself up. You know, that's really huge because a lot of doctors that I was going to,
That's important. That's important. So yeah, go ahead.
A lot of doctors I was going to, they ain't have it right. They was all messed up in the head. You know what I mean? Because I throw my little questions, you know, and ask them something about just a basic food, a healthy food, and they don't know. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue, or they pretend they don't have a clue. You know, nah, just stick to this. What I'm giving you,
Hmm.
and you'll be okay. I was like, wait a minute, but I can just eat some fruits and vegetables and not have those side effects. You know, oh, you know, you people always. My husband is doing the same thing. You know, that is not going to be strong enough, and all this other stuff. It's like, listen, I'm good. You know, I've had like about 100 doctors within the last 10 years. You know, only because they are not, educated into the basic
That
fundamentals of health. So, they're licensed to give a prescription, like you said. So I don't take what a doctor say and run with it. And I encourage people who are seeing doctors, you have to oversee the process. You can't just leave it. You know what I mean? You have to look at it, and you can't be afraid to get a second opinion. You know what I'm saying? I've been in several situations where I'm telling people, listen, get a second opinion. And when you get it a second opinion, now you can really, now you got three. You got the first doctor, the second doctor, and then yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then you wind up finding out that, even my son was misdiagnosed. These people would have killed my son because they sent him home. They said he was constipated. I took him somewhere else. He had two surgeries. You know what I'm saying? So, what I mean? Appendix burst. Something as simple as that. So
that's crazy.
we can't be afraid to go with the second opinion and drive hard. We go hard in relationships, but we don't go hard on our health. You know what I mean? If we go
That
hard on our health, those relationships will get better because you
that
you you'll know what's toxic in your relationship from the lifestyle you live with your health in general. And so
to be able for people to feel what I really really mean and my dedication behind what I do, because it's really for them. It's not for me, but it's also for me because
Absolutely.
it is fulfilling to help others. So it's a win-win for me and hopefully for the people that actually dive deep into healing themselves and want to incorporate whatever it is, whether it be jewelry, if they want to learn more about jewelry. Hey, if they even want to create jewelry, I actually want to do a class for that soon and help people if they want to create their own jewelry, they can do that too. So
right.
I
I just
love it.
want to be
I
of
love
help
it.
to
I love it.
society.
Well, you're
Absolutely great.
doing it. Just
So
keep
thank
doing
y'all.
what you're
Yes.
doing.
And we here to support you, whatever you need. Let
Absolutely.
us know.
Absolutely.
We got you.
It's been real. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Today's guest, Empress. You know, don't hang up. I got to tell you something off air.
All right. All right.
The Love and Unity podcast, Brother Darryl. We out for now, man.
Peace.
Peace.